We have the opportunity to talk with Raj Beri, who's the founder and CEO of Adadyn. And the first thing I would like to ask is to introduce briefly what he was doing, long experience, and to get him to know a little bit better.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so I've been in travel for the better part of the last 10 years, and I started off working with large brands like Travelocity and Sabre, and there, I was in charge of a lot of the marketing budgets as well. And one of the easy things I found when I was at a larger organization is that when you're doing marketing, you have large teams, and you have a lot of support. You have agencies, and you have other things. So after I left Travelocity, I actually started my own travel, online business, and then I was part of a mid-sized travel brand. And there I actually found it was hard for me to access a lot of these marketing channels that I had as a large brand. And it was hard for me to compete in search advertising and other facets. So that's actually the genesis behind how we decided to launch this Adadyn platform, because it's a bunch of ex-travel marketers and a bunch of ad tech vets, so people from Travelocity, Sabre, Google, Criteo, that got together and said, how can we make complex marketing technologies available to smaller travel brands? So when I say smaller, I'm really saying under 25, under 50 million, I would say, under 50 million in revenue. And that's really what our passion is just, we're a bunch of ex-marketers that said, hey, can we create a platform that smaller travel marketers can use? And that's really how we got started with kind of launching the Adadyn platform, which we unveiled here yesterday.
Could you talk a little bit more about what that platform is?
Yeah.
You told us that what we've heard, it's great. So because it's one of the great problems of, as you say, small, medium size OTIs is how can we compete in terms of traffic acquisition with all these large companies, and how do you make that possible?
Yeah, so basically what we found is the pain point was there was this technology, and what we use is called programmatic advertising. And what programmatic advertising is just really the algorithmic buying and selling of ads, so display, mobile, social, video, so anything outside of search, but it behaves like search. So if you remember how display ads used to be sold, it was pretty much, hey, you would have an insertion order, you would go and you would buy some impressions on somebody's site. So what programmatic does is actually makes it behave more like search. So it's an auction-based system, and you're buying one, like if you come to a site and they know it's you, you go up for auction. And in that milliseconds time, someone wins your bid, and so they place that ad there. So it's making display and social and mobile perform much more like search. And so what we found the problem was, hey, there's this great channel. It's not as competitive as search. It's cheaper, but it's hard to do on your own. So there's two options for marketers to use it. One is they could outsource it to a trading desk or an agency. And if you're a smaller travel brand, that's expensive. You're not open to say, hey, I'm going to give you 30% on top of what I'm paying to do that. And so the other option is, okay, can I do this in-house? If I have a small marketing team of one person that's doing some search, can this person do it? And that's the pain point, because it was too complex. You needed kind of a PhD and you needed a data science background in order to run these kind of technologies. And so that's what we decided to do is, can we take what was a very complex technology and make it simple enough so that a small marketing team that maybe doesn't have a background in this could use it? And so what our platform does is it automates what used to be done by traders, by PhDs and scientists, so that 80% is automated through our algorithms, and the inputs are much like search. So for example, if you came in and just said, I want to target some users in Europe, looking for, let's say in Spain, looking for a hotel, you would just enter in your targeting parameters. You would enter in what is the KPIs you're looking for. So I want to get conversions at under this cost per acquisition. And then our algorithmic decision engine will decide where to best spend your money to make those happen. So that's really what we do is we simplify the